Okay, let's look at the homework 3.7, problem number 6. All right, so we have a normal window, and the base is x, and the perimeter is limited to 16 feet. And we want to make sure that we want to find the biggest possible the window we can create. All right, so let's do that. All right, so let's name, so let's see, so we have, this is a semicircle here, so this part right here is a semicircle, and of course the diameter is same as x. So the radius is actually x over 2, right? So the whole circumference would be 2 pi r, so 2 pi x over 2, so it's going to be x pi x. But this is a semicircle, so half of that, so it's going to be 1 pi over 2 x is this top semicircle, right? Since the whole thing is going to be 16, so we have to subtract pi over 2x and the x from 16, then remainder we're going to divide into 2. All right, so that would be, so 16 minus, all right, 1x plus pi over 2 x, right? So that's the remainder for these. Then we have to divide that by 2. So divide the whole thing by 2. Right, so that would be 8 minus, I'm just going to go ahead and put those in, 1/2 plus pi over 4 x, right? So that's this side right here. Right, so that's this guy right here. All right, then we can find the area then. So area is going to be area in terms of x, area of the window, right? So on top, so this is going to be a 1/2 of the circle, so 1/2 pi r, which is x over 2 squared, right? That will take care of this semi-disk, right? Half disk there, right? Then plus, right? Base is x times height. Height is 8 minus 1/2 plus pi over 4 x. Right, so we have that. Then let's clean up a little bit. So this is going to be, so there's pi on top, right? 2 and the 2 squared, so that's 8 x squared. And then you have 8x, so distribute x to 8. And here minus 1/2 plus pi over 4 x squared, right? So you have a pi over 8x squared here. There's a negative pi over 4 there. So we can actually turn that into, right? So I'm going to combine this guy with this guy right here. Right here, right? So we get, so it's a negative. Right, so that will be plus pi over 8, right? So you still have 1/2 and x squared, and then you have a 8x, right? So this is the area function. So we want to maximize this guy. So maximize, right? This area, and on. Alright, so what would be x? So we have parameters. So x, I guess, start from 0. Alright, then how big can x be? X cannot be too big. Biggest one would be something like you have no side, and then maybe you have just a top disk. Right, it's actually quite hard to find the x value on that, so maybe I'm gonna do this. How about this guy? Let's see. I'm gonna erase this guy. Right, so I'm not gonna worry too much about the bound interval here, and I'm gonna just go ahead and find the critical number, see if that's gonna give us the maximum and x. Right, so derivative of that is 8 minus. Alright, so derivative of that is I put 2 in front, so it's going to be 1/2 times 2 is 1, and plus 1 pi over 4 x. Alright, then we set that equal to 0. Alright, so that's going to give us, alright, so I'm going to just, let's see, subtract 8 from both sides, so it's negative 1 plus pi over 4 x equals negative 8. Alright, then we're going to divide through by negative 1 plus pi over 4. Right, so that would be x, so negative negative cancel out, so you have 8 over 1 plus pi over 4. Right, since I don't like having a fraction inside a fraction, so I'm going to multiply top by 4, bottom by 4. You get 4 times 8 is 32 over 1 times 4 is 4. 1 pi over 4 times 4 is just pi. Right? So this is a critical number. So this is a critical number. Right? So let's look at a shape. Right? So you have A prime, and we have this critical number, 32 over 4 plus pi. Alright, so you can see that if you plug in something bigger than this value, it's going to be, of course, you're subtracting something bigger, so it's going to be negative here. And if you're subtracting smaller, it's going to be positive here. So the area is definitely increasing on this interval, and after that decreasing. So we know that the maximum occurs at this point. Right? So therefore, x equals 32 over 4 plus pi. All right? That's it. I hope that this was clear.